I just like the sound of it.
You are watching Green Links World Entertainment. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you will be tuned in when we go live.
Is it the wrong time? Yeah, 50, like, man, you know, your brokenness is hurting everybody. You wanna lash out on everybody else because your life was
different because I'm integrating spirit in the midst of the conversation.
Why do you think, Dr. Candace, so many people are hesitant? And I don't want to say so many people. Why do you think that people are hesitant to venture down this lane of healing? For some
yeah.
And it's like now I'm not my best self because I'm burdened by everything that's going on around me. It's like now it's like it's a sense of freedom when you really get to a point where it's like now you can really help them. Mm-hmm. Now you really moving. Now you really getting your stuff together by focusing on you and getting right and doing what everybody got a gift and got a purpose here on the planet. Like
I tell you 3 times like a trilogy. Eating up his word and give me energy. Tell the filthy devil get up off of me. Saying you gotta pay.
Hey, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in, hip hop warrior. Grand rising, everybody. Grand rising, everybody. We are live over here on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube, and we are also live over here on TikTok. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this morning. This is another episode of the Vette Green Show. As you can see, I am in my kitchen this morning because I have been lagging, and I know I have to get a Wi-Fi pod. Did not get out yesterday to get me an additional Wi-Fi extender because the internet just don't be interneting in here. Y'all see me with I'm all greased up, Chochi glow, grand rising. As you are coming in the room, let me know where you are with your mental health from 1 to 10. Apple official. This morning I'm coming in at like an 8.5, y'all. I woke up about 2 something this morning, was not feeling well at all, but I'm pushing through and I'm here. Okay, the devil is a liar. Grand rising to you, best friend. I see you out there. Grand rising to you. Grand rising to you. Have not been feeling well, y'all. Woke up this morning and with a sour stomach, and it is just been grand rising to you, Big Mike. Grand rising. Anywho, y'all, we have a really great show this morning. Definitely going to be talking about a few things that's going on in the news. It's like my whole household is sick, y'all, today. The dog sick, I'm sick. It's just sick this morning. Hey, Chaparro, grand rising. As you are coming in, let me know where you are with your mental health. Tanisha, grand rising, beautiful. Let me know where you are with your mental health from 1 to 10. Like I said, I'm coming in at like an 8.5 this morning, y'all. Truthfully, I'm not really feeling well. My stomach glue is not feeling well, Myra Shelton. I don't know if it's that older age. You know, your girl did turn 50. Your girl did turn 50 in January, so it might be that. I don't know, but I do know that me, Amira Chi, me and my granddog are sick this morning. So we do have a guest coming this morning. Lady T is going to be joining us. So we're going to have a really great episode. I'm getting into my phone, y'all. Like I said, just bear with me for a moment. I just have to bring my notes up on this phone, and I can't find one of the phones. Also, Kanisha said, "Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, pretty rich brat. Yeah, Jan. Good morning, Pookie. Good morning, everybody, and good morning, everybody over here on YouTube." And again, let me know where you are with your mental health from 1 to 10 because it matters. Today is Tuesday, so we're going to be talking about some things. But I also want to know, how was your Monday? How did that work out for you? Big Mike said, big shout out to everybody in the chat. Good morning. The Somalia GOAT is on this morning with us as well. So this morning, everybody, we're going to be talking about Buffalo. Locally, we're going to be talking about this tax hike that the mayor has proposed because he's saying, I inherited this deficit and I need to do something to clean it up. And in order to clean it up, what usually happens is the tax hikes. Well, your everyday regular schmegular people are like, wait a minute, I'm already, in this thing, in this grind right now because prices are high and not are high right now. Now you want to raise my taxes? Like, what are we doing here? Well, that's what's going on. So the mayor is proposing a large property tax increase to fill a budget gap. And we're also going to be talking about the refugee death that was ruled. Hey, Tracy, that was ruled a homicide. That is also raising concerns. So let's get right into this property tax hike, everybody. What do y'all think about it? Hadaleda, what do you think about Mayor Sean Ryan proposal for this tax hike? I can't say this, everybody. I know your worst critic. I know it does not feel good to have our taxes raised because we're already struggling in certain areas. Food prices are high as heck. Gas prices are ridiculous. Utility bills are ridiculous right now. And on top of that, Mayor Sean Ryan wants to raise the taxes. Where else can he get the money is my question. Where else do you think he could possibly get this money? Because right now, again, the city is at a deficit. If the city is at a deficit already, Juan Keitha, where do you suppose the mayor is going to get this funding? Well, in Buffalo right now, the city is facing about a $109 million budget gap. Mayor Sean Ryan, like I said, has proposed a 25.8% tax increase to close the gap. He's saying that raising the property tax levy to around $225 million. The increase is aimed at funding city services and infrastructure. So I was like, okay, what city services are going to be funded and the infrastructure is my question. So Buffalo's proposed budget for 2026-2027 is about $681 million with a $109 million gap. To close it, the city is again planning a 25.8% property tax increase. The funds will support services like fixing the roads. If you've ever driven around in Buffalo, especially around the Bailey area, the roads are treacherous. You may go in your car riding smoothly, but by the time you come off of Bailey, you might need a motor. Like real talk. The streets, because of the weather we have here, because it can fluctuate, like literally our weather is bipolar here in the Buffalo area. So it can be, for instance, it was 75 degrees yesterday. Today, it's not 75 degrees. It's probably more like 50 something. It's cooler. This is something that happens a lot in Buffalo. We can have snow one day and you can literally be on the grill the next day. With that weather changing so frequently, what happens is those roads, they're only laying down that black tire. That black tire, it stretches and it crumbles. What happens? I have my porch here. Same thing, because again, the weather, Oxico, Mama Tina, it's again because the weather. So the roads need to be fixed. On top of that, it's going to also help improve the way we remove snow. It's going to upgrade city equipment. I'm talking about the money. It's going to upgrade the city equipment, such as the garbage trucks. The police department would also receive a significant amount of dollars to fund the hiring of police officers. While the tax increase may be less than $25 per month for most homeowners, it's aimed at stabilizing services for the long term. So what Mayor Sean Ryan is trying to do is stabilize things, because again, he's saying that he inherited this crisis that we're facing right now. Kanisha said she's at a 4. I'm at a 4. I'm angry. Wake up to these people breaking up concert on the back of my house. Oh, baking up concrete on the back of my house, shaking everything, and my baby sleeping. I'm annoyed SF. Ooh, Queen, we are going to pray for you this morning because I know you got some great things going on in your life. So we're going to focus on that and not focus on the idiots that's outside, knowing good and well people babies sleeping, so they want to come early in the morning. So we're going to spread some love to Kanisha over here because she's coming in at a 4 triple threat. And Sandy and anyone else, Grand Rising to you, that burger dude. Come on the camera this morning with me, that burger dude, if you can. Sandy, again, everybody, let me know where you are with your mental health from 1 to 10 because we care. And Kanisha's over here coming in at a 4. So that means we need to go over here on Facebook, y'all, and send her some love. Send some love to Kanisha Maggette. If you happen to be browsing on Facebook and you see her, send her some love and say, you got this, queen. She said, that's my problem. My porch crumbled and they fixing it now. Thank you. But oh yes, queen. I know. Grand Rising to you, Queen Lola Roo. I see you on this morning. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Yeah, my porch is crumbling in the front too. Again, it's because of the weather, y'all. We can literally, it was 75 degrees yesterday. 75 degrees. Now I'm sitting here, had to turn my heat back on, got my blanket here all wrapped up, Furlough and Stacey Williams all wrapped up because it's cold again today. So what are y'all thinking about this proposed tax increase that Mayor Sean Ryan is doing? My thoughts is he's coming into something that, again, he inherited. He has to fix the problem. In order to fix the problem, the money has to come from somewhere. And I know, y'all, times are hard. I do not like Reginald. Hey, Quincy. Hey, love. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I do not like that. Hey, Stacks the guy. Thank you, everybody. I love that y'all are supporting this morning. Let me know where you are tuning in from this morning. Hey, cuz, Grand Rising to you. All you beautiful people coming in this morning. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And let me know if there are some things that you would like us to talk about this morning on the Vette Green Show. Right now, I'm talking about this proposed tax right that Mayor Ryan is doing. Y'all, if it's going to end the deficit that the city of Buffalo is in, then that may be the only scenario that they have. Kanisha said the tax increase is ridiculous. Yeah, because a lot of people, what's ridiculous about that, Kanisha, is that right now the citizens of Buffalo and the surrounding counties are struggling. Like most people that I know are literally on their way from living paycheck to paycheck, or they are living paycheck to paycheck and a paycheck was missed, if you get my drift. Black Frost and Mary, if you get my drift. Times are hard right now. I want to talk about local news, but around the world. So today we're going to focus on local news here in Buffalo, but also in Atlanta. So a few weeks ago, back in February, I believe it was, there was a refugee that was released out of custody, and due to different elements, he ended up passing away. Well, they're saying that people have to pay for this because this should not have been happened. And they're looking at how, one, mental health is handled when they are going out to these mental health crises. Hey, Janetta, thank you so much for joining this morning. Quincy said we are struggling in Niagara County included. Exactly. Like and B3 Bentley, most people are struggling. And you're really struggling when you are coming into this country and you get unlifed for whatever reason, or you get picked up by ICE, and then they see that you should not have been picked up, but they just let you off miles away from your home. Well, this is what happened, y'all, in Buffalo a few months ago. So let me bring up that story. I really got to get better at, because I be all over. You know, when I'm getting my stories together, y'all, the ADHD be really hitting, and I'll be like, oh, and let's do this, and let's do this, and let's do that. And before you know it, my notes are all over the place. But I'm not going to let it stress me this morning. So what happened? Let me bring up the story here on the Buffalo News. This is the only way to Buffalo. Passes. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me. So the death of a nearly blind, non-English speaking Rohingya refugee in Buffalo, New York has been ruled as a homicide, y'all, by the Erie County Medical Examiner. Nurul Amin Shah Alam, 56, was found unlived on a Buffalo street February 24th of this year, 5 days after the U.S. Border Patrol agents released him from custody and dropped him off at a closed coffee shop. Digging in the crates. At a closed coffee shop during freezing temperatures. Now, y'all, this is being reported by BBC, ABC, NBC, CBS, and the Buffalo News. Now, the circumstances surrounding the death, the medical examiner determined the cause of death to be a perforated stress ulcer with hypothermia and dehydration listed as contributing factors. Now, the Border Patrol is saying that they released Mr. Alam February 19th and gave him a courtesy ride to a Tim Hortons in Buffalo, despite him being largely incapacitated and having no identification, phone, or shoes. His family was not notified of his release either. Now, Mr. Alam had arrived in the U.S. around December of 2024 as a legal refugee. He was previously in local jail custody for a year following a 2025 arrest where he had been beaten and tased by police after a misunderstanding regarding a curtain rod he was carrying, which was mistaken for a weapon. Y'all, I cannot make this stuff up. Sometimes if you are walking and you not a particular race, you're going to be eyed funny. Well, this man was carrying a curtain rod and they thought it was a weapon. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can play this YouTube here, this video, and share my screen. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment to share my screen. And for those of you who are watching, Quincy said, wow, shaking my head. Grand rising to you digging in the crates. Yes, it's horrible. Janetta said, I heard about it. It's so sad. Why they wait so long to release this? Exactly. Right? Mayhem, Tavia, the entree, right? Yanti, why did they wait? Why? If he was released on the 19th to Sheila, if he was released on the 19th, why didn't they say something? Are we that so far removed from humanity, y'all, that this could happen? So I'm going to play a clip. And this is by Democracy Now! I actually watched Democracy Now! I like to. Let me go ahead and play this clip. I'm not going to play the full clip just to get some context. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, on TikTok and Facebook, if you want to head on over to the stream on YouTube, you can do that. You can follow us on Green Links World Entertainment. If someone can do me a favor, Big Mike, if you can put the link on the Facebook page for me so people can tune in that way, that'll be great.
DemocracyNow.org, the War and Peace Report, as we turn to a horrifying story out of Buffalo, New York. It has sent shockwaves through the community where a disabled Rohingya refugee from Burma, also known as Myanmar, was found.
What they're saying is that this disabled refugee, I just heard somebody pop in. I forgot that quick Queen. No, I'm tripping. Grand rising to you, Queen. Welcome to the stage. Welcome to the stage. Had you heard about this?
I'm sorry, what are we discussing this morning? Hello.
So this is about the refugee who was apprehended by ICE and then later released, but was released without any shoes on. And you know the temperatures were crazy back in February.
Wow.
So I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Janetta over here on Facebook is saying mental health is not a joke. It's not. I'm trying to keep my mental health in track. It's hard. I went to therapy yesterday. God bless you. God bless you.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and finish playing this. Now, for those of you, again, if you are on Facebook or Instagram or Facebook on TikTok, you will not be able to see it unless you are live with us here on the YouTube page. So let me go ahead and finish playing this video.
Dead 5 days after he was abandoned by Border Patrol agents about 5 miles from his home.
5 days
56-year-old
after.
Nurul Amin Shah Alam was mostly blind, spoke no English, in the country legally. His family told reporters no one at the Department of Homeland Security warned them or his lawyers that he'd been released from jail.
So he was mostly blind,
Mm-hmm.
spoke little to none English. They
Mm-hmm.
released him. Obviously, there was something mental going on, but they didn't think about that. They were too busy worrying about if he should be deported or not. Lola
Yeah.
said, did they say he was blind? Yes, he was partially blind. And you can tell in one of the eyes, he looks like maybe that one eye was not working
Right.
from this video.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and finish playing this.
Last Thursday and dropped off alone outside a closed coffee shop on a cold winter night. He wandered around in orange booties issued by the Erie County Holding Center for days before Buffalo police found his dead body on Tuesday.
Wow.
So he wandered around. I'm going to stop it right there. He wandered around for days in the orange booties that he got from the holding center.
Mm-hmm.
What are do you feel, Queen? And welcome to the stage, Lady T. Welcome to the stage. Do you feel that humanity we are just so far removed from even looking at each other as bleeding creatures, because that's what we are?
Yes. Not only that, but we are very selfish. We are becoming more and more selfish because this is how society is making us. It's closed eyes. I don't have to deal with the consequences.
Yes.
It's
I'm going to
sad.
take these off.
Yeah, it's saddening, to actually even I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this, and hypothermia and dehydration. Somebody on the street couldn't say something is wrong with this man. Get him some hot cocoa, get him some tea, let's get him some shoes. I understand we have a lot of homelessness out here in today's society, and some of it is caused because of sickness or drug related, but then there are some that do have mental health issues and you're not aware of. Part of my missionary group, I know this sounds a little corny, but once a month, even if it's near Utica or on the west side near military, and if I see someone, I ask them, are you homeless? Are you hungry? Are you on drugs? Do you need something? And whatever I have in my pocket, whether it's 5, 10, 15, 50, I place in their hands so they can have something to eat or go stay somewhere or something, because we don't know. Okay, we 100% don't know. So for these officers to do that is not only cruel punishment, but is unruly, is uncalled for.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Lola said he could have been using that curtain rod as a walking guide. Exactly.
Yes.
That is horrible. They left him out there like that. That's horrible, Donna Robinson. That's horrible, Tyler. Today we are talking about there was a refugee back in February who was apprehended by Homeland Security and later released, but they released him in the death of winter to a coffee shop that was closed, Donkey Dookie, that was closed. And the only thing he had on his feet were the booties that he had gotten while he was in the holding center. And then the police found his body days later. And he passed away from hypothermia. They said it was
dehydration.
Also, dehydration, a perforated stress on his ulcer. So he possibly may have been bleeding. It's just so sad.
It is. And then it says neither his attorney nor his family was even known about his release. They didn't even know he was released.
Nobody.
Nobody even knew.
Yeah.
It's a awakening call though, Queen, because now it lets you know that people, we need to wake up. You need to be a little bit more advanced about your surroundings and pay just a hint of attention. We're so consumed about our own problems, and it's weird.
It is. And tapping into that, because as humans, we need each other.
Mhm.
Why do you think we've become so consumed? Is it just like because life is just moving for all of us? Why do you think we've become so consumed with ourselves that we
Mm,
are just lacking the common courtesy to respect a human's life?
well, three things in my opinion, my personal opinion, that
Mhm.
the first one is the government, is
Mm,
society. I
mm,
feel our law system has created us, as I expressed to you, for survival mode, to think
yeah.
about oneself and how are we going to survive. Okay. The second one is
Mhm.
lack of faith. Okay,
Mm,
because we are not positioning ourselves to be obedient to God's will and God's law and helping
mm,
others. God said to love thyself and love thy neighbor. So, as much as you love thyself, you are supposed to love your neighbor as much and help. And the third one, I really truly believe, is that we're not teaching this in our homes anymore. We're not
mm,
teaching our children to come up and say, be giving, be kind, and
mhm,
instead we're teaching them how to rev up and always keep your fists and ready,
mm,
prepared to fight, instead of being more humbled and saying, "How can I help you? How can I assist you?" Because we have a lot
mhm.
of children now that are mentally challenged and have things like autism and are a little bit
Yeah,
slower and things of that nature. So society has shifted. It has
yeah,
shifted. So yeah, that's what I believe.
yes. I agree. I agree. Well, moving on. There was I wanted to talk about some items that's some local things that's going on in Atlanta as well. What I want to do each day we come on, just highlight a city
Mhm.
outside of Buffalo.
Okay.
Highlight a city. And my first thought was Atlanta because I have family down there, and what's going on in Atlanta. So right now, everybody, um, we're talking about that death. Let me get to my notes. Oh, let's put a placeholder in the so the Buffalo Bills, y'all.
Mm, okay.
Okay, the Buffalo Bills new stadium is opening, and it's going to feature 40 public art installations by local artists, which I did not know until I was watching news this morning. So it's going to be a cultural hub too, and of course the city council is debating a major property tax, which we talked about. But what do you think about the Buffalo Bills? I think I heard that on Spectrum News this morning that they're going to feature 40 artists from the Western New York area.
That's the notable features. They're having 7 sensory friendly rooms. They're going to have a public art program, as you said, which consists of 45 plus artists from Western New York, cited
Mm,
specific works for 40 locations in the stadium. So that is definitely a progress. They're also going to have community benefits, which will have new concessions and operational stands. So it won't just be food services. You're going to be able to have vendors in there. That's a plus. So I think it's kind of great. Um,
yeah,
it's I wish they would have condoned the dome. I wish they would have closed it up so we could be inside,
yeah.
because it's still open. Why not put a dome on it so we could be warm?
I know, I
Okay.
know. That in Philadelphia they have like 4 stadiums on
Mhm.
each corner of the street, and
Yes.
yeah, it's nice. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
hoping that they put it down. They should have.
They really should have. They
I
really
guess they
should.
want us to feel that cold,
Yeah.
that snow as it's coming down.
I said, wait, I'm about to make you laugh. I said, what is it? A reminder? Is this our stamp that Buffalo just is cold? We gotta just have this, all over the world. Buffalo is one of the most freezing places there is.
It really is. That Burger Dude is talking about. He said America always wants to be praised as good and wholesome when its past is filled with treachery, slavery, misogyny, pedophilia, bigotry, and racism. Real talk.
Yes.
Real
Very well
talk.
said. Very well said.
Lola said they did all that and didn't put a dome on his nuts. She's talking about the video. Hey, niece, I see you out there, Maya. Grand rising to you, D. Mott. Grand rising, grand rising. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, everybody. That Burger Dude said, I'm not impressed. All the taxpayer money used subsidies they should be doing a hell of a lot more. I agree.
I agree.
I agree. Well, moving on. What's going on with you, Queen? How was your evening?
Um, shall I be honest?
Yes, because today is your day.
It was a little stressful.
Oh.
Going over, I had to sit and I had to skim through my book, the skeleton part of it, because it's not published yet. So as I was skimming through it, it's very personal. That it's very deep and revealing, very transparent, and
Mhm.
caught me. Um, I did a lot of crying, a lot of motivating, a lot of self-analyzing. I had to, adjust some words so it doesn't be as transparent. And I think I said that to you, like, wow, how am I going to get up on this in this pulpit and
Yeah, you
speak some
got
of these words that is so intimate about my life and some of the things that I felt. When you're writing and you're an author, it's very easy because you get to hide. And what I mean by that, guys, is no one can see your face or your emotions. So as they're reading, they use their own feelings to feel
Mhm.
your words. So
You get
it's
engrossed in it.
yes, it's an
But what
intimate.
happens when it's your story?
Yes, and it's coming out of your mouth, and someone
Mhm.
is seeing your facial expressions as you're reading it. So I did a lot of crying last night and not much sleep.
Aw.
Not much
Well,
sleep.
I'm sending you some love. I know I've been writing for a while,
Mm-hmm,
and there's certain parts of my story that
mm-hmm,
I get choked up to, and
mm-hmm,
I'm still at that portion
mm-hmm,
of the story because it gets tough when you're talking if you are talking about any type of trauma that you've experienced.
mm-hmm.
As you're writing it down, you're reliving that trauma.
Yes,
So it can get very,
yes,
very
yes.
difficult. Very
Yes,
difficult.
and guilt.
Yeah.
And let me share with you guys. Let's just talk a brief moment on mental health. Um, Guys, we have a lot of negativity on shame. We
Mm.
carry that. We hold that and we think we let it go, but when we have done something that was wrong, and let's just be honest,
Yeah.
and we know we shouldn't have done it, we feel guilty and we carry that shame, and then we use that shame to cover ourselves a little bit.
Mm.
Let's talk about it. Okay.
Mhm. Let's talk about it. Let's
Okay.
talk about it. We
And so
do.
we hide behind it. And we say, well,
Mhm.
we don't want to do this, because we don't want to accept it. We don't want to be accountable for it just yet. We know we're
Yeah.
wrong, okay, but you don't want to express that out in the open. You just want it to go away. But until you accept it and you take accountability and then you ask for forgiveness and then you
Mm.
become renewed, it doesn't go away. It
Yeah.
doesn't go away.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's a saying if you basically it's saying if you try to avoid it, it's going to keep showing up.
Yes.
The more you
Very
try
well
to
said.
avoid it, it keeps
Yes.
showing up.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to it. I finally got it down. Listen, girl, I timed it at least 6 times because you know how, I have a Sherman. And so I said, well, it just went over a little bit. So then I took it down there. I said, you know what? I'm just going to say what I have to say. Go with the
Listen, I
flow.
am excited for you. I'm going to go ahead and share it so that everybody is aware. While we are on the subject, let them know what is going on today. I'm very
Yes.
excited and proud of you.
Thank you. Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank
Queen's out
you.
here queening, okay?
Okay.
Queen's out here queening.
And then wait, and I know my girl Vette, guys. I know she gonna be in there. She gonna be video camera, so I know I'm gonna
You
be on
already
there.
know. You already know.
Yes, there it is. Again, it's our Judas District convocation. This is part of the classing or the institute, as we say, to help young people come and present themselves in leadership and learn how to speak. So again, it's at 6 p.m. from 6 to 7, 7:15, and then our worship service starts immediately after. You're more than welcome to stay. If not, please come out and support me and hear what I have to say.
Absolutely. So, and where is the venue again?
It's at Saints Home Church of God in Christ, 323 Windspear Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14215.
Wonderful. And you got this, Queen. You speak so eloquently already, and you're so welcoming. So your energy is just welcoming. You're going to do a fantabulous job.
Then I love you. I love you so much.
I love you right back, Queen, because it's real. You know, I've met people in this industry. I've met people, and the one thing I can honestly say about you and your child, your daughter, the love and the sincerity is real. When you love on somebody and you care about somebody, it shows. Like you guys committed. You know, listen, I don't play about y'all too, because I know y'all intentions are real.
Yes, we don't play about you either. Believe it. Yeah, Lola be saying, we're Vette.
Okay.
What? Okay.
I do not, because your intentions are real. Grand Rising, Sonia, Renee, Grand Rising. Lola said, yes, Ma, yes. She gonna light it on fire today, okay? Grand Rising, Big D, Grand Rising. Well, moving on. I said I wanted to talk about some things that are going on in Atlanta now. I put in here because I want to talk about some of these political races that's going on, everybody, because we need to pay attention. We need to be out here and voting. Not only in the presidential race, we need to be voting in these local elections. So right now, let me get to these local elections. This is why we need music playing in the background.
Okay, that's what you're gonna implement that. We're gonna have a little jazz.
Right. Also going on in Atlanta are these wildfires. You know what? This is the first time I've ever heard of wildfires in Atlanta.
Me too.
Have you all heard of wildfires in Atlanta? Raymond Judd, Kiss? What is going on with that? So in Atlanta, smoke from wildfires in southern Georgia is impacting the air quality, such like the when the wildfires happen over in Canada and we get that smoke over here in Buffalo. Similar situation. And a state of emergency has been declared. Meanwhile, y'all, in Hartsfield Jackson Airport, now this is just quick local news coming out of Atlanta.
Okay.
Hartsfield Jackson Airport is planning self-driving pods later this year to improve transit near the airport. Now, y'all know they got these self-driving cars and vehicles. Are you getting in one? I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either. Because what if they take me somewhere I don't want to go?
And you can't get out. Now you hanging out the door on the highway, yelling, help, help.
Look, I'm gonna be doing a foresight.
Okay.
From my car.
Oh my God. My cousin, I have family in Arizona and they have self-driving cars there and in California. My little cousin looks like he had gotten into one of them self-driving cars and he only like 17 years old. What? Not me. I'm 50.
Okay.
I'm gonna need somebody to come in this car with me, son.
Yes.
I'm gonna need somebody to come in this car with me, Lola, that burger dude. I'm not getting in this car by myself. I'm not doing that.
No.
And then on the cultural side, Atlanta's Dogwood Festival is returning in April with paid entry for the first time, and new food hall will soon open downtown in the former CNN. And then lastly, speaking about Atlanta, the Atlanta Braves are launching their own streaming network to control their content. And this is a good segue into content and becoming a creator, a podcaster. More and more people are coming out independent because the normal news channels such as CNN, ABC, all of those, although they're still there, that's not where a lot of the eyes are. The eyes are right here.
Yes.
So many of these people, including myself, interested in doing these things independently. Well, so are some of these
newscasters.
Yeah. And on top of that, the Atlanta Braves is saying, instead of being on one of these major news networks, we're going to launch our own network and get all the money. They're going to get all the advertising fees. They don't have to worry about paying it out to anybody.
Right.
What do you think about that? And do you think it's good to be independent?
Well, one, I do think it's good to be independent, but two, a lot of people are going to be angry if ABC News and NBC break it down and everybody has their own show, because now what's going to happen is we're going to have competitors who has the best, information and knowledge. So that's going to be a little tricky, but however, yes, if they want to go independent and get their own money, kudos, I applaud them. Yes, that's what we're trying to do.
Absolutely, Melvin Burgess. Absolutely. That's exactly what we are trying to do. Trying to go independent. Okay. Yeah. And these self-driving pod systems, I don't know, but Atlanta is coming. I should have known because they're in California, it's in Arizona. I don't know if they're in the city yet, if they're in New York City yet. I don't know because it's kind of packed there. But yeah, the Atlanta Braves has launched their own streaming network called Braves Vision to produce and distribute their games directly rather than relying on regional sports networks. So like the Queen said, what's going to happen is going to create competition. Fans in the local markets can now watch via direct streaming service called Braves TV without blackouts. It costs about $99 a year or about $20 a month. Yeah. Are y'all here for the Braves network? Why not? Everybody else is doing it. The Yankees did it with the Yes Network. And now the Braves are following suit.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Hey, cuz Mian, I see you out there this morning. There were a few things about the business here in Buffalo that I wanted to talk about. Just Buffalo business news. And I may have sent this to you. So Buffalo Startup Week highlighted the region's growth in tech and life sciences, and a local firm made the fastest growing list. Now, as far as tech, and I talked about it a little bit yesterday about the AI firms, there are AI data centers that are looking to call themselves a home. They're looking for homes that Burger Dude. I don't know how I feel about. At first, I was like, well, Governor Hochul needs to try and bring some of these data centers here. But then I started doing my research and I saw the amount of water that is needed, that's required, to get these things running.
Yes.
Somebody said, girl, get in. I just pulled a W. We going to Arby's. Or bring me some Arby's.
No, that's right.
Long term, like short term, people may be thinking, well, that's just a little bit of water. But long term, I'm thinking about our grandkids and great grandkids. What does that mean for them if we're using all the water with these data centers?
Yes, that's going to be a low water supply. And then we're going to have to do a lot of preservation and preserving the water. You know what I mean? And then what is that going to cause? And let's think a little further down in the trickle effect. Are we going to be paying for it now? And how much? Very good question.
More than what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
I get it.
So
what else is going on? There's a bunch of stuff going on in the news. Somebody is pregnant. Do you know who Jocelyn Hernandez is? Do you follow at all?
Jocelyn, what's the name's wife?
TVJs.
Yes. I had to go there. I used to. What is going on with her?
I know. She has her own network. She's battling right now Lemmy from over on Zeus Network. Her cabaret show was over there, and she's pregnant, and she's like, you're stressing me out. Let me see if I can find a video that talks more to it. Jocelyn, let me fight.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can bring it up. Yeah, I should be able to bring it up. Because she's crying and she's like big and pregnant, y'all. She's big and pregnant, stressed out. Don't be letting Lemmy stress you out.
For real.
Okay.
It's like, that's enough carrying a baby, let alone being stressed with carrying.
Here's the
They
video.
found a dead body in Zeus Network office. We ain't hear nothing about that. What happened to that boy that died outside of your network? What happened to that boy?
Now see,
what happened to that body that
let me
they
see if I can find a different one, because that one's not playing for me. I guess it's just not going to. Well, basically, she's saying in this video, everybody, if you are not aware of Jocelyn, she's saying, you know, you're stressing me out. I'm pregnant, and you got me going through this. Just stop. Basically, that's what she's saying. Like you're stressing me the HELL hockey sticks out.
Right.
Are you familiar with Lemmy from Zeus and the allegations? Hey, Miss Faye, grand rising to you.
With who?
The allegations from Lemmy from Zeus.
Explain. Give me a little bit about it.
So Lemuel Carter, I believe his last name is. He's one of the owners from the Zeus Network, which is I watch it because I watch baddies. Well, there's allegations out there that he is not a kind person, that he may be kind of a hitter. Yeah. Okay. He may be a hitter. And not only that, the girl that is pregnant, the young lady that's pregnant for him right now is actually, she's saying that, he hit her too. So Jocelyn accuses Zeus Network of Israeli monsters on her, of sickened Israeli monsters on her. This is what she's saying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the video that can play up. I don't know why it's not working real well. It doesn't want to give me any love today. Lola said Lemmy is the new Diddy. Doesn't he give you Diddy?
Yeah, he
Even the way he dresses.
And he does constantly see that. And what I'm getting on there from the search of where I tell you my Christian research, it says Jocelyn Hernandez allegation. She said claims that after launching her own streaming platform with her, he cut off all her payments and allegedly sabotaged her business. She said, please stop funding. Do not fund her or her business, his business, excuse me. She demanded removal of her content from his platform. Allegedly, he sent her death threats. Okay. And had people... Right, and had people call her directly, which she says she fears for her life, especially while pregnant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The allegations allegedly. Lemmy has these tendencies to be, and I don't know if it's because sometimes when we are young and we get picked on, some men, I don't know about women, but some men grow up to be pure butts. Seriously. They grow up to be like with the allegations about Diddy. Well, this is a similar circumstance with Lemmy from what I'm gathering. The way they say he's verbally and physically and mentally abusive.
Wow.
Yeah, and he has this huge network, and these women on this network, half of which the allegations, Miss Chris, hey Chris, the allegations are that he's been sleeping with them.
Yes, and the one lady, because as you said, he's the creating show of the Baddies franchise, correct? And I think one of the young ladies on here that I got quick fingers, that is in here. Do you know somebody by Janisha?
That's the wife. So let me put you on the tea, Queen. Let me
real quick.
Okay, real quick, y'all. This is one of my. Listen, don't judge me. I'm a girl from the projects who can relate to these baddies.
That's okay.
This is some of the stuff that when I think about the baddies and I see the things that they're doing, I'm like, that would have been me and my friends. I know that would have been us. Thank you, God, I had kids, because I would have been a ghetto mess. I would have been. But anywho, Janisha is actually the wife, and Scotty is the other woman. And the allegations are that they had this thing going, like they had a whole sister wife thing going on with Lemmy. Okay. And I mean, Scotty's pregnant now, and I think Scotty is a beautiful woman. I think Janisha is a beautiful woman. And in the middle of this thing is Lemmy, who gives Diddy vibes. You know, in the middle of this thing is a man who is orchestrating. You know, I feel like because he holds the purse strings, right? Because he holds the purse strings, womanizers thinking they're ladies' man's. Big Mike said, "Yeah,
that's right, Big Mike."
That he can be very manipulative. Now Scotty, I think she's doing a wonderful thing by getting her own show. That's a boss move, Queen. Because just having a baby, I know some women think that you can solidify your bag, Rachel, with having a baby, but I think that's cray. Because like I said, when I was 17 and I had that baby crying, I didn't realize that babies cry. They're not baby dolls.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. So what are your thoughts on that?
That's deep. Well, I mean, one, you know, you're putting yourself in a unpredictable situation, and then, like you said, by him being the one that's pulling the purse strings, it's very easy to manipulate a woman, saying, come on in and join our team. You know, I'm gonna make life a little bit more easier for you. I'm gonna make you comfortable. You spill all of what you want, what they want you to hear in the beginning, and then once they put that hook and reel you in, then it becomes a different story. Now you must do as you're told and not as you free, as I got you in here, you know. So it becomes a different ball game, and now you see the true colors. And some women, you know, feel stuck, and then other women, as myself, become defiant.
Okay. Lola said he has money and power and is abusing it. He is the biggest baddie. I feel that as well. That as well, y'all. Just watching it play out. Now, mind you, I'm just a viewer. I'm just watching it as it play out. But some of his characteristics, some of his demeanor gives me. Have you ever been dating or in a relationship with somebody who's just so childish that it's like they're like 5 seconds away from having a temper tantrum?
Oh, yes.
That's what he gives me.
Okay.
And on top of that, his insecurity. Because Scotty is a beautiful woman. Lemmy is not bad looking himself, but he has issues. He has insecurities, I feel, because of how skinny he is. Like he's small. He's probably 110 pounds.
Oh, he's thin. Okay, that's very thin.
Yeah, he's thin. And he's always, like, when I'm watching them, and I follow them on social media, he's always, you know, throwing up in Scotty's face that she wants an NBA star. Like, you can see that insecurity in there in the way his conversations.
Okay.
Lola said Lemmy will take that show from Scotty as soon as she try to move on, just like he's doing with Jocelyn. I hope Scotty gets her own independence. I hope so too. Did you watch the show? Did you watch the show, Lola? I think
she watches it. I think she's a fan favorite. Yeah.
I think it's a really great. It's different than baddies. It brings a different element, although there are some elements of the baddies in there. And hopefully Scotty is wise enough to have everything like Natalie. Like, that's Natalie's show. Baddies is Natalie's show.
Right.
I'm hoping that Scotty with the baby ends up being her show, because we see from history what Lemmy does. Right. Look what he's doing with Jocelyn.
Yeah.
Grand rising to you, Tamara. I see you coming in this morning. Grand rising. Well, moving on, Queen. I know there were some other things that we were going to talk about. Did you have anything that you had that we didn't touch on yet? I know I sent some notes. Y'all, we are going to get better and better at this.
Yes, we are.
I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited.
I'm so excited too. I know. I said, "Oh, we got breaking news all over the country."
Yes, Lola said she didn't watch it yet, but she's seen the clips. Yeah, I like Scotty with the baby. I'm actually probably going to, because there should have been a new episode yesterday or Sunday. I'm probably going to watch that, catch up with that after I get off of here and finish chopping up some videos. But they're so young too, Queen. Yes. Like I was a young mom. You were a fairly young mom as well too. do you feel that sometimes we go in with the least amount of experience, and that's how sometimes these men are able to manipulate and control?
Oh yes, most definitely. And they're young too, so they really don't know what they're doing. They're just going
Yes.
off on what they see, maybe what they've heard at home or what their homeboys or cousins have done, and so they're taking this and they're using it as I know what I'm doing, and things of that nature. So yes, my both of Lola's father and my son's father are prime examples, of
Yeah.
being young and youthful and then getting caught up and having a child out of wedlock. And they're like, okay, we got this. We're going to do this, but then still being a kid, like, how do you hold this baby? I don't know what to do. How do I change this diaper? It's like, wait a minute, excuse me. I got to do this by
Mhm.
myself. So
I,
yeah, I think, but I do have a good point to make though, that our time was a little more different than now. At least the men were there to attempt to
mhm.
try to be there for the child. Some may have given up and said, I can't do this and move on. But in our era, the parents was like, you made that baby, you're going to take care of that baby with that gun.
Period.
Period.
Period. Like
Okay.
my mom did not. My mom watched my kids while I worked or
Mm-hmm.
went to school. It
Yes.
wasn't no just yeah. I had to take care of my kids, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
She helped. She
Mm-hmm.
helped. Lola said she loves the duo. Big Mike said we love our Lady T. I'm loving this
Oh, thank
duo.
you. Oh, guys, I appreciate y'all so much. I love it. I
Yeah, we
love
are
it.
coming. We are
Yes.
just gonna get better and better and better and better and
Yes,
better.
we I know, and I can wait. And Lola, I could feel your energy. You just a smiling. You like, look at my ladies.
I know. I can. Right? She's proud of you, and she's gonna
Oh.
be. Oh my God! And you're speaking tonight. Everybody, make sure y'all join us tonight at 6 p.m. We will be there. Definitely
Yeah.
will be there. What
Yes,
else is
yes,
going
yes.
on in the news, y'all? I had a whole
Um,
bunch of stuff, and then it's like,
yeah. Did you speak on the local news in Buffalo about the mayor proposes a large property tax? Did you hit that?
yeah. What do you think about that?
That's crazy.
25%.
This is
It's like, well,
we
where is
got
he going to
some
get this money from? But it's crazy.
yes, yes. That's weird. That's doing a little bit too much. Oh my goodness.
That burger dude said, and these women out here don't have strong positive male influences in their lives, so they have no idea what
Mm-hmm.
they should or should not be accepting of. You are absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
You are absolutely right, Melvin. That burger dude. We that probably got me in. Well, you know what? I can't cry over the experience.
Mm-mm.
I gained some valuable experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And Lola says she's very proud.
Don't make me blush, daughter. I'm on live. Thank you. Thank you kindly.
She's very proud.
Yes. Oh, we did. Do we do entertainment world, guys?
No, let's talk about the
Yes.
news. What we
Let's
talking
talk a
about
little bit
today?
about that. We know Michael Jackson biopic. Michael debuts, right? He's coming out
The
in the movie.
money. How much?
Hmm?
How much did it? Listen, y'all.
It was a lot. It was a
Let me see.
lot.
Michael.
I'm about to look it
Let
up.
me see. Yes. What was it? And his nephew played.
Yes.
His nephew is playing Michael, Jermaine
Hmm.
Jackson's son.
Yes.
What do y'all think about that? I think that's dope.
I think it's dope. A lot of people said, are you going to the movies and see it? I don't know. Okay. Because I had an experience last year in New York City and I had the beautiful opportunity to go see the play. And when I tell you, Queen, they released every heartfelt that of Michael that they could put on that stage with his song, from the father, the mother, when he was a little boy, to him experience the change, Man in the Mirror, phenomenal. Phenomenal. So I kind of want to keep that image. So I
Yeah,
don't
like
know if
that's
I'm
a
gonna see
better
the movie.
experience. Oh
Yes,
wow,
yes,
I didn't know
yes,
there was a
yes.
play last year. I
Mm-hmm.
missed
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
so to see it
wow.
on Broadway was epic. And so, kudos to that. But I have to give it to their nephew. They said he did a wonderful job too, and I think Michael Jackson is one of the only icon that is being the most memorable in this category like this. I mean, I'm a Prince diehard fan, but
Are
Michael
you?
Jackson, oh girl, if we
I
could
was
have a whole
Michael.
show on Prince.
My niece Cynthia, may she rest in peace. She was a Prince fan. I
Mhm.
loved Michael Jackson.
Yes, yes, yes. But I believe as an artist and just someone who passed on to generation, Michael Jackson is that person. Okay.
Mhm.
You see kids in Africa still dancing, to remember the time. And you see
Oh.
kids in China. It's a young lady, I forgot the little girl's name. She can't be no more than 11. And she's in
Mhm.
world dance. And you've probably seen her on TikTok, but she does a lot of popping. Oh my goodness, the
Mm.
way this little girl performs to remember the time out is epic. And I'm like, is she really doing this?
His music brought people together.
Yeah.
Grand Rising, Joanne, Grand Rising.
Mhm.
Doesn't it seem like his music kind of brought people together?
Yes, yes, definitely. Why is my iPad not wanting to work? I'm trying to get us how much it was worth.
Oh, it's fine. I'm pulling up some stuff here too.
Yeah. Okay, the budget around it came in the weekend of 97.2 million.
The Weekend.
Yes, and I'm getting this on the search of our pilot. The international opening was 121.6 million and a total worldwide gross of about 218.8 million. The
Ooh.
profitability, the film needs to gross over 500 million globally to break even. Lionsgate is aiming for more than 700 million.
How much did it cost to make? Good God.
The budget to make began at 150 to 155 million. Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that burger dude said they were both one of a kind artists who were pitted against each other, but were singular superstars. Yes,
Yes, I
I
agree.
agree.
I agree. Yes, well
I agree.
said.
Talking
Yes.
about artists that were pitted against each other, let's talk about Nicki Minaj. There's reports circulating that her and her husband may not be together right now,
Oh,
Kenneth Petty.
I didn't know that.
Nicki has a soft spot in my heart, only because as a woman, I can
Mhm.
relate, just to love life, man, y'all, it can be for the birds sometimes. It can definitely
Mhm.
be for the birds until you find somebody. I always wondered what made her go back to an old boyfriend. And then I thought to myself, because it gets lonely, and
Yeah.
I heard that it's even lonelier at the top. I wonder if that's one of the reasons why she went to something familiar with her. They were girlfriend and boyfriend when they were literally teenagers.
Mhm.
And now the allegations are that they may be splitting. There were allegations out there that this man was doing Nikki dirty. Nikki may have some problems with some abuse, some substance abuse. And
Mhm.
when she's allegedly knocked out, he's knocking somebody else up somewhere else or in the midst of doing something like that. Like he's doing some old crap to her,
Right.
doing her
Right.
dirty. Oh man, I don't know why people be so dumb in relationships that they think that they can just go and do these things and not get caught. I always say a woman is going to tell on themselves, and just like I'm finding men tell on themselves just as well. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
you get some men who don't mind being side pieces. That's go tell on themselves, but I do know women go tell on
Yeah.
themselves. That's sides.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
fam, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. That burger dude said anything associated with MJ is going to be huge in my belly, in my Fusillo. Remember Fusillo Chevrolet? It's
Yeah.
going to be huge.
Huge. Yes. I agree. Yeah.
Okay, still not giving me any love. on here.
Oh, what?
What else is going on? It keeps saying slow connection. That's why I came out in my kitchen, hoping that it would give me a better connection, but it's not. Bam Fam said, salute Vette Green, the queen, and the whole Bam Fam family. I'm proud of y'all. I want to sit down with Bam Fam, with Divine and Debonair, and do an interview with them, because they are literally Buffalo history in this music. And they're still making music. And on top of that, the Offspring are making music. So I want to, talk about that, because a lot of people may not realize just what Bam Fam was able to do. Like Franklin, that's one of the reasons why Franklin wants to rap. Franklin likes to rap is because of what he saw Bam Fam and them doing, and the stories he tell, how he used to wait by their house for them to come home. They would be off on touring, and he would be waiting for them to come home just to find out, what was going on. Oh, y'all check out the fake assassination on Trump. Yes, we did, Bam Fam. Yes, we did.
Oh my goodness.
I was leaving politics to last, but we were
trying to anyway.
How are there 3 assassination attempts? 3 alleged assassination.
Yeah, make sure you say alleged.
Alleged. What is going on? And then how bad he spoke to Norah O'Donnell on 60 Minutes. Like he was like, you're disgusting.
Yes.
This is our president.
This is our president. Guys, me and Vette, the queen, we were so disgusted, guys. We were sitting there like, what? We were we could not believe it. Like, how? Who raised him, Vette? What? I'm sorry. I am not one to shade. I am not one to judge. I'm not one to talk
maybe the maids.
But yeah, who did this? Okay, it had to be the maids.
Seemed like some doggone, what do they call it when they go away to school?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because this is ridiculous. He has no couth. How they say in the South? Where's your couth?
No couth. None. None. Just again, where is the humanity at?
Yeah.
Where's the humanity? And then the ceasefire has been extended for about 3 weeks. And then what happens after that? Right? Bam Fam said Divine and Debonair featuring Joel Ortiz Bam Famming around on all platforms. Definitely going to listen to that. He's saying it's a cover up from the Epstein files in the war that he's losing. That's what it seems like. Joanne said, stage. That Burger dude said the nannies did it.
That's what we was trying to say, Burger. Yeah, we was trying to say the nannies. Yes, the nannies did it. They did it.
Yeah, it's something definitely staged, Joanne. I agree. Something is going on. Something is going on. How can he continue to get away with this? I remember when I was a kid, I often wondered why presidents weren't like the kings, where they can just do what they wanted to do. But now seeing it in action, like he needs to have why executive order everything. I feel like he about to executive order slavery back into practice. Like
that's scary. That's
like he's literally finding ways. And then y'all, listen.
Yes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pray we get him out of office.
Yeah,
we can't.
We got to pray for this president.
It's time, and I don't wish anybody any death or anything like that. But one of these shootings is gonna become real.
For real. Like they're not dude over here making jokes for real. And what he said? What he said? That's who he was talking about, the nanny. That's who he was grabbing by the cat at an early age.
Oh my! Okay, Burger Man.
Yeah. Moving on. I can't. Could you imagine him with a nanny? He was probably so mean to that nanny. So mean. The whole committee is falling apart. So they're doing whatever they can to call for a diversion. Yeah, between that and Cash Patel, they didn't paint Cash Patel out to be this playboy alcoholic.
Yes, they have.
Like, what is going on with Cash? And then Don Lemon posted a video of Cash looking all stoned during the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
I said the next we're gonna see the president having a blunt hanging out his mouth. there talking about it's okay. It's just a relaxation method, you know, and I'm gonna be
Somebody
like,
might
oh
need to give you
my,
some
this
gummies
this
at
is
this
like,
point.
I'll be done.
Whenever you think it's okay to say that you will annihilate an entire civilization, you need some gummies.
Yes.
Akil, Solomon, and Michael, they need some gummies.
Yeah,
For
they
real,
need
for real.
something. For
'Cause
real.
something is wrong.
Something is wrong. Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it may not just be you, but because my system is moving slow too, so it may be the weather. Because I have three. I got you, I got my iPad, I got the laptop, and so I'm fluctuating, and it keeps saying moving slow, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on?
I'm gonna go ahead and play a couple of videos. One video, because right now at 50 years old, I am in the process of healing my teenage pregnant self. Because I didn't know what I didn't know. And I was literally a child having a child. So Iyanla had, I'm going to go ahead and play this. And what she's saying is that she feels like she failed her children in some way. And this is definitely something as a mom, as a young mom, I feel like I definitely have been guilty of, again, because I didn't know what I didn't know. But I'm also allowing myself grace. I'm not going to hold myself to it.
Yes.
I'm allowing myself grace. Let me see.
You open up your soul and you say, I failed my children.
I failed my children.
I do not
I think I've
understand
said that publicly many times, that I was a horrible mother. Horrible. I was a great father. I was a horrible mother.
That's not connected.
Mothers nourish,
Let me look at the audio.
nurture, teach.
So basically what she's saying in
Mothers
this video is that
I didn't do that. I
she was a
protected, I
horrible mom.
provided. That's what
she said that
dads
she
do.
wasn't present, and a lot of times
I was a
we be
horrible
so
mother.
busy trying
When
to
I recognized I
take care
failed
of
my children from the
everything that we
perspective
just
of
aren't
spiritual
present.
hygiene,
She's saying
was
that
because I
she
denied my pain.
was raising her kids. And I feel like that. Like, I didn't have the luxury to be present for everything because I was so worried about how are they going to eat? How are they going to have clothing? You know, you have 6 kids. I was worried about those things. So I didn't have the luxury of attending many things or just being present. So I do feel in some ways that I could have been a better parent. Was I the worst? Absolutely not. Could I have been a better parent? Absolutely. That's something that I'm working on internally while I'm healing myself. You know, at 50 years old, I'm healing that 16-year-old pregnant booby, you know, that thought she knew it all and was going to move out her mama house because she turned 18 in January. I'm healing her right now. So what about you? Do you find in some in portions of your parenting that I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda?
Oh, most definitely. Just like Ivana just said, she said she felt like she was the father and not the mother. Okay. And with me, I felt like I was the mother in trying to be a father because their father were absence in their life. And I didn't know how to do that. I only know how to be the mother and give love, overly love, overcompensate, go to the ends of all ends, major sacrifice. And so, you know, what I tended to do is go a little too easy. I didn't have a major, I will say balanced discipline for my babies. You know, it was like, okay, I'll let you do it to see if you can achieve it, you know, and then they would, you know, take that for advantage. And I'd be like, well, that's all right. You won't go too far. And so then it became a little bit of a manipulation between me and my children, a battle to see, you know, who would win instead of me being more stern and steady and saying no and sticking by it. I made a lot of compromises. I became their friend more than their parents, you know, because they didn't have that solid male force. And even though my father, they had their grandfather, which is, you know, wonderful. He is my hero. They didn't have that personal father figure in their lives. So I wish I had definitely took parenting classes I wish I definitely had went to therapy at an earlier stage in my life so I could have healed myself more because, I am a victim of DV. So I didn't really know. So all I knew was to just make sure that they didn't have that experience anymore, that they did not see mommy get hit anymore or yelled at anymore. And so they had a very loving and tender and caring mom. And that's what my children was brought up with. So they were very spoiled, little rotten little kids. No, I love you, Lola.
Listen. Yeah, mine too. I know, and I can relate to so much of what you said, and you tapped into something there earlier when you started speaking and revealed. I revealed something to me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what that is. What are you saying, God? Just
which part? The had to be the mother or the father?
Yeah, that you were the mom and the dad, because I found myself being that, at least with my first four, the four oldest, I found myself being that, and still, in some ways being that, and I felt resentment because of that.
Me too.
Because I had to be all the roles, even though, much of my older kids' life, their dad was in the home, didn't work out for whatever reason, but yeah, I felt, because I would go to work. I worked like 50 hours a week, still come home, have to cook dinner, have to make sure everything, school and everything is done. Like that was all on me. So I really, when it was like, mommy, I want to be with you, it's like, I'm tired now.
Right.
I'm tired now because I've had to do everything. I come right in the house from work, cooking and cleaning, getting dinner prepared because they had to eat, So yeah, I'm definitely healing her. And then I try to fix things by purchasing. Yeah.
It's so okay to say that. It's okay that I already know. Yes.
And that doesn't work.
It doesn't.
That doesn't work. They ended up, some of them being spoiled and can be ungrateful. They're kids. That's very selfish until they have their own kids.
Right.
Very, very
and another point we need to make too, Vette, is that we also want to supplicate. We want to make up for the fact that other parent isn't there. Let's not forget that. That's our own personal guilt on us. The kids didn't ask to be here. So now we have this feeling of guilt that they don't have that part, and they don't even know this. The children don't know this. So we're walking around like resenting the father. And then you look at the child and then they may do something that's a replica of the father.
Yes. Or act just like their father. I got one of those.
Yes. So, it's an all chain effect, and I one thing I express to mine these days, especially Lola, and why our relationship is so close now, I ask forgiveness. I ask her to forgive me for making the wrong choices. I ask her to understand that I did not know. I lost my mom, at an early age, at the age of 22, that I had no mother figure. All I had was a man figure to raise me. So, I didn't know the necessities of being a mom, but I did the best that I could at that time. They didn't, like you. They didn't want for anything because I'm working. Exactly. I'm working my butt off to make sure you have. Okay. So yeah, I agree with you. I understand totally.
Yeah. For forgiving myself. Yeah.
That's major. That's major.
Yeah. You have to. Like just thinking about it makes me tear up because you don't know what you don't know. You really don't. And you got these kids' lives in your hand. And it's like, all you know is that you got to raise them. That was my major. I just was like, I just got to raise these kids. And hopefully they'll become, better than I was. I mean, 16 and pregnant, that's crazy. Ooh. I can look at my kids now. My oldest she'll be 33 in June.
Okay.
I had all my kids by the time I was her age. And I'm like, girl, like she can't even imagine herself with kids at 33. And I had all of mine by the time I was 26 years old. Young as hell.
Yeah.
Thinking that I knew everything, and the mistakes I made, like those, I have to forgive myself because I didn't know what I didn't know.
No,
You
you did
know,
not. No.
so
And that's why we are
I'm
here
being
today.
mushy, y'all.
Listen, I had the emotion yesterday. Now you got the emotion today. Y'all just join us and be emotional with us because we are real. We keep it to the point and fact, and you get to see our transparency. And
Yes,
we hope that you feel that and understand the love, okay?
and learn from
Yes.
it,
And
and
learn
learn
from
from
it.
it.
Yes,
You know,
thrive.
because I'm
Yeah.
not ashamed of
Mm-mm.
like
Mm-mm.
what this is. Everything I went through is what forced what y'all see right now.
Mm-hmm.
Forced me to
Yes.
come out and become, begin the process of becoming Vette Green, because please, I'm shy, all of that. Like I can't, but when I get on this camera, y'all can't tell me nothing because I come alive. Okay. I have found my calling. We all have a ministry or something. Okay. That
Mm-hmm.
burger dude talking about you was fast. Okay, friend.
No, he did.
My oldest daughter, that's her godfather, my best friend.
But oh, beautiful. That's it. No, she wasn't being fast. She just
No, I
didn't
wasn't.
know.
He knew I wasn't
She moved
fast.
a little quick.
He know I wasn't being fast. Lola said, "Now wait a minute." When you were talking about spoiled,
She already know. She
Mhm.
already know. But in the same content, with that, our children, let's go to a little bit of the dark side. They also had to suffer a little bit
Yes.
of not having that mother's time. And
Yeah.
so what happens is it deflects on their personality. Okay, some can become introverts. They can feel not loved in different ways
Mhm.
and not appreciated. Let's put it out there. They can feel
Yeah.
not appreciated or that they're not good enough for the parents' love or what's missing. Why is she
Yes.
choosing that man over me?
Yes. Let's talk about it, Queen. Let's talk about
Hello.
it because these are real things that was going on. Yes.
Yes,
It goes on in a household.
yes, and
Especially if
a
you
lot,
are a single mom and
yes.
now you're dating. Let's talk
And
about that
so
too.
and that's what a lot of people have to stop and say. And a lot of people are so ashamed of getting help or going to counseling or therapy, and I say stop that nonsense. If you need
Yeah.
someone to talk to, seek help, because to release and talk about it is therapeutic. It
Yeah.
helps you, it calms your mind and reevaluate forgiveness and also builds strength. So yeah, the children need it too. Children, and sometimes if you have a young parent and a child who may be acting up or acting out, go to counseling with them. Allow
Yes.
them to speak, and even if you don't like what they're saying, because they may be talking about you.
I gotta
Okay.
forgive me for a second. Keep talking, Queen. I gotta get
Yes, okay. Even if they're talking about you, it will help them release that negative energy and then look at you in a more positive light. So I have to encourage that if you are not reaching your child in a positive way, or they're not hearing you or adhered to what you are trying to get them to understand, let them speak to someone else, because I didn't do that. I just assumed that because I was praying and asking God to reveal to me on what to say to my kids, that it was working. In some instances, it wasn't working, So, but that was lesson learned, a very, very wise lesson learned.
Does it seem like also that you can, and I know this to be true because me and my sister, you can grow up in the same household but have two separate experiences.
Mhm.
So I have 6 kids and they all have 6 separate experiences, 6 things that, mommy may have or may have done right or may not have done right. How do you handle that? Knowing that you did the best that you could with what you knew.
Mhm. That's difficult, Queen.
Mhm.
That's very difficult because each individual sibling sees it in their own, as we say, we channel our own eyes, how we see it. You have a very direct channel of how you saw your mother. Your children have a very channel on how they see you. Okay, each one. has their own individual, you know. So you'll be like, but I raised y'all all the same way.
Right.
Mm-mm.
They don't.
Yeah. That's not true, you know, because my son and my daughter, you know, I won't go into depth details, but they both have two way different opinions on how I conducted or how I acted. And, you know, I have to say Lola is more appreciative of the things that I went through and the things I had to bear now than she was younger, where you know, my son, he was always on my hip, okay, because you know, he was like my trophy. You know, he was the one like, woo, I succeeded. I got out of a bad situation with a beautiful child right here. Let's move forward. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was two different ball games, you know. Ashlyn had a village protecting her. She had a village around her. I had so many people covenant around her that if I couldn't do it, she had someone else to go to. She had someone to, you know, confide in or lean on, where my son Terrace, he did not. The only person he had was me. So, you know, he was stuck to that thigh. Yeah, I know you got one child that's stuck.
You know, one of my former boss told me that her mom had once told her that we raise our daughters and we love on our sons. I think that, because I definitely raised my daughters because I was like, listen, you know, I was harder on them because I didn't want them to be a teenage mom like I was. And then I was like, as a woman, I know the things that you're going to be dealing with. So, you know, I did. I raised them girls. I had to. And my boys, I was kind of a little bit more lax on them, you know.
Me too. I'm guilty as charged.
Yes. And I got one that he's my oldest is definitely that's my baby. That's my rider. My oldest daughter, we have a different kind of relationship too. I feel like with them, because I was younger, I kind of raised them as my friend. And not like you can see the difference in the relationship. Like me and my Big Mike be tripping out because me and my son be going at it. Okay, we so much alike. He like me and his father. I'm like, boy,
you better go sit down.
Yes. Okay.
You know, it's so funny because, you know, how you say Lola and I are twins, girl, to the T. When we get in our feelings, we quiet. We don't say nothing. We just go quiet. We go dead silent. We don't have nothing to say. Please don't look at us the wrong way. Okay, because it's like a piercing look. Like, what you say? You know, and it's so funny because I be wanting to say, who you looking at? Who you talking to?
And what's your sign, Queen?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Yes. Ooh.
So I love hard.
Pisces, right?
Yeah, she a Pisces. I love hard. I'm very strong-minded, but I will tell you in a minute. Okay, get back. I'll let you go. Bye-bye. You know, and her Pisces, woo, you know, so we go.
Wow. I got my kids are Geminis and Sagittarius. That's it. Both sets of twins are Sagittarius, and my single births are all Geminis. And
yeah. So you already know.
Yes. But that Burger dude said you have to raise boys and girls differently. You do. And you have a son and daughters, and he just had a newer baby. Like she's under 10 years old, but his other ones are grown. I know that little one is so spoiled. Because you know how we do our young ones. I know she's spoiled. And she's a girl. She got daddy wrapped all around her finger.
Wrapped around the finger. and he'll sit there. No, she don't. And they'll be on the side. Come on, baby. Yes. So that is beautiful.
I want to thank everybody. What would you like to leave the listeners of the Vette Green Show? And you'll be back tomorrow, Queen?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be here. We're going to start the trend. I can't wait to I call this my closet room, but I have an office that I'm putting together. So I can't wait to get in there with you.
I cannot wait.
Yes, I think what I want to leave today with your audience is just to remember that we are never alone ever, ever. God is always on our side. And even though sometimes we get a little impatient and frivolous, and we just think that we can't do something, put your faith over fear. That's my thing today. Faith over fear. I'm going to walk in that church with that this evening.
Put it up on the screen, and we are going to be there to support our sister. So if you can come out, it's tonight, everybody, 6 o'clock. Go ahead and let everybody know.
It's 6 o'clock again. It's our Judas district, convocation at Saints Home Church of God in Christ at 323 Winspear Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14215. Again, don't be late, okay? This is not the worship service. This is part of an educational purpose, okay? So it's 6 to 7:15. If you come in there at 6:40, you're gonna hear me closing out possibly. So be on time.
I gotta tell myself I gotta be there by 5:30.
Oh, you like Lola? Y'all be late.
Yes. Listen, when I did that interview on the couch with the ladies, when Lola came in, I said, "Oh, she's so much like me." Yes, like it is. I am a work in progress with that. Yeah, that's why I was not even mad. I am a work in progress.
As long as I see your beautiful face there, that will not only lift up my spirits, but girl, if I'm looking at you like this, you know you my eye contact. I don't want to look at nobody else.
Listen, I got you, sis. I got you. Listen. I got you. You go light it on fire tonight.
Thank you.
You're gonna light it on fire. I'm excited. I know I've been wanting to go to church too, so this is
yes, it's beautiful.
And I can get dressed up
church.
too.
Our church is very laid back, very calm, not all that hooping and hollering. It's a spiritual place to just come and enjoy the word and the love. And when you walk in, you feel that presence. You just go, you know. So yes, I am definitely excited. So
I need that. Well, yes. I'm going to go ahead and I'm putting faith over fear because I'm taking this with me today. I'm going to say as well, y'all, just to piggyback off of that faith over fear, push yourself to limits beyond what you think you can do. When I push myself, like this morning, I was not feeling well. I had to push myself to get up, but I was like, I am not going to cancel this show. This is a commitment. The more I push myself, the better I feel about myself. When I do the things that need to be done instead of procrastinating and waiting for the next day that never comes. Mm-hmm. When I do it, then I feel better. Lola said, I'm going to be on time tonight. She said she's going to be on. Thank you for those stars, that burger dude talking about I was fast. You know good and well we used to be at my mom's house playing spades. Fast, I was slow. That was the problem.
Y'all making me turn red. Oh my goodness.
That burger dude is going to be having a show coming up very, very soon as well. It's in the works. I've been waiting on him now to do this cooking show because he's been cooking forever. When I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, Devajna, he used to cook these chicken breasts. I still ain't seen chicken breasts fried this pretty. Just golden brown. He can cook. Like he can cook.
Well, I would definitely support. Definitely.
Ooh-wee. I'll be like, go make some fish, Melvin. Go make some man. Oh my goodness, we ate good. Look, I'm rubbing my belly like I'm rubbing it.
You done made her hungry.
Well, y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. Thank you for joining me again today. Have faith over fear, and you are going to light that stage up tonight. You're going to be on fire because God placed you in that space for a reason.
Yes.
Okay. Just remember that, Queen. So I love y'all on live. Have a wonderful, wonderful. Lola said, faith over fear. Push yourself to the limits beyond what you think you can do. Amen, amen, amen. That is what we are doing today. And I will see you later on tonight, Queen. Have a wonderful day. Thank y'all.
Bye-bye.
This is a Green Links Media production. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the bell to be reminded when we go live.